Hey everyone, welcome to the Galaska Adventures. I'm Alicia.
I'm Ray. And I'm Matt, and this is Emma.
And on today's episode, we're at the old Newgate Prison in Connecticut. Alright, so what we're doing here today is seeing the Light into the Dungeon, a jack-o'-lantern experience. And it's only in October. Tickets go fast. Whoa, look at you! Alright, here we go. We're going down. So for those of you who don't know, this was originally a copper mine in 1707. Later on, in 1773, they turned it into the first state prison. In the summertime, they have guided tours and they talk about the history of the mine and the prison. This event here you're about to see is only in October. It's a super special event. Like I said, tickets go fast, so book them online as early as you can. All right, sit back and enjoy.
Head down to the left whenever you're ready. And do as many laps as you like. And if you got any questions,
So it actually is pitch dark in there. I had a little bit of a trouble finding my footing and figuring out where things were in the beginning. It took me a while to get my eyes acclimated, so things might be a little shaky here in the beginning, but then they level out. It actually is pretty intense about how dark it is. The GoPro shows that. You're gonna see us sort of switch over to the iPhone in a few minutes here, and the iPhone lights up the place. You can see so much better, but in real life, your eyes can't see anything. You don't know where you're walking. It's interesting. So we did a lot of footage with the GoPro, and then I wanted some better detail, so you're going to kind of see us switch over to the iPhone on and off throughout this video, just so you can see the pumpkins a little bit better. So you're going to see how things seem to be lit up a little bit better. The iPhone does an amazing job doing that, but in real life, when you're down there, you can't see any of that. You can't see any of the mine. You can see right here how dark it is. You can't tell where you're going. Thankfully, they actually have metal railings down there. I kind of was having to hold on to most of the time. You didn't know whether you were going to fall off a cliff or what. So this was our first experience in an old mine. I didn't know what to expect. The air is really heavy. It's very damp. You're feeling water droplets hitting you throughout this walk. It's wild.
What are you thinking? Was it spooky down here?
Emma, can you point to the pumpkins? Wow, look at Daddy.
Yeah. Where do they sleep? On the ground, I guess.
So when you're down there, you can't help but to think about what did the prisoners feel or see. You heard my father-in-law ask Matt, where did they sleep? They probably slept on the ground like he said. It was rough back then. That's what they did. But, I mean, we've got enough light here with the jack-o'-lanterns so you can kind of figure out a little bit of where you're going, but they were in complete darkness.
Look at them all.
Kind of a slasher thing because there's a knife up there.
So if you're wondering, these pumpkins are not freshly carved. I did touch one, and it looks like it's made out of like a foam sort of material. They are professionally carved, but not real. It's really fascinating to take a look at all the different faces and how creative people are, and the amount of detail in some of these is just amazing. I've been watching this video kind of over and over, and I still am finding pumpkins that I don't remember seeing. So it's a lot of different things here. It's not repetitive.
Lost your head over here, right?
So what we're walking through right now, it's very hard to tell, but we're going through a tunnel. You gotta watch your head. Keep your eyes open, keep your head on a swivel, because I didn't see that coming at all. Matt was the lucky one. He went first, he hit his head, and then he warned us behind him.
Welcome to the deepest point of the mine. Well, deepest point that you can actually walk to anyway. Mine does go deeper than this, but it's below the water table, so it's all flooded.
So you might have been able to hear there are tour guides sort of posted throughout the mine, so you can ask them plenty of questions. They're very knowledgeable, and they know the history of this place, so it's good to have these guys kind of posted all around the area.
You must get used to walking on these rocks.
Yeah, my first 2 weeks here after my ankles are quite sore. Walking around down here.
It's amazing.
Yeah. Not easy. After a while, you learn where all the trip spots are.
Is that like a cell type thing?
So this used to be the drainage tunnel right here.
Okay.
So this was dug for the mine to get rid of all the rainwater, as well as any water that they pump out of their mine as they're digging. The gate is put up eventually, but at first it was a set of bars put over it, as well as it was filled in with a bunch of rocks and boulders when it became a prison.
Okay.
You guys look already.
So once you get tickets, and you go to your time slot, ours was for 11, the place opened at 11, so you can spend as much time down there as you want. We actually ended up doing a couple of loops around, just because this first time, like I was saying, it's just so dark, you don't know where you are, you can't really appreciate anything because you're so worried about where is your next step. The second time we went around was so much better, and you could take in a lot more and enjoy yourself a little bit better.
This part of the mine's set up kind of like a big triangle. So it goes.
So there's jack-o'-lanterns scattered everywhere, all kinds of nooks and crannies. That's why you really gotta keep looking around, and anywhere you turn, a new one's gonna pop up.
Wow. Spooky.
It was fun. They had a lot of spooky sounds going on in the background, as you can probably hear from the video.
Can't find it.
What was that, Emma?
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah. Wait a minute. Wow.
Look who are these pumpkins, huh? Wow, look at the owl.
Alright, you can see from this shot how they lit up all those jack-o'-lanterns with all those cords. That's a lot of cordage if all those jack-o'-lanterns are lit up that way.
We got a grill over here.
So, yeah, there are big bunkhouses.
Yeah.
Wow.
They must have had quite the crew putting all these jack-o'-lanterns everywhere. I mean, there's just hundreds of them.
Access to the rest of the line. Or made it more
So there was probably a good 15, 20 people who were down here at this time, but people get spaced out far enough. You don't even know where they are. They're not in your way. It's very spacious, and you don't feel like there's someone on your tail so that you feel like you need to hurry.
They were not supposed to have access to the rest of the line. No, it doesn't seem like it. It definitely was cramped and it's tight. They had about 6 inmates down there. Yeah. Absolutely.
You done? You
We can go again.
There is, more that's like off the path. That's very, yeah, there's people, like even on our regular course, we just.
I mean, can we go up there and circle back down?
But, you can.
Then I can shut this off. Yeah.
Just that, that's the
I'll carry her.
As you know, we brought our little 2-year-old with us. We ended up holding her the entire time, just for a couple reasons. I didn't want her to get too scared. It was really dark down there, and I didn't want her taken off on us. So just for safety reasons, we held her the whole time.
So you can think of that as the other half of the circle, but also, there's tunnels underneath the water.
Alright everyone, this is the end of Light into the Dungeons. I really appreciate you guys watching to the end. Please hit that like and subscribe button, and we'll see you on the next adventure.